Afternoon, guys.
Question, please raise your hand. We'll pass the mic. Back left.
Hey, Jaylen. I just want to start with, I guess, the question probably we all want to ask. What was your reaction to the allegations against Ime? And then has he had any conversations with you or the rest of the team?
No conversations as far as me on my end. Initial reactions, I think we were all, shocked what was going on, a little confused, a little bit, but a lot of that information wasn't being shared with us or members of the team, so we couldn't comment on it.
Hey, the Bill Russell jersey patches, what does that represent to you? And also, what do you think of the league-wide decision to retire his number?
I think that was an obvious one. I think Bill Russell, what he stood for in his organization, but this league, meant a lot. So to be, commemorated in an appropriate light is just fitting for somebody like him. He was a historical figure. He elevated the game of sports, and now he, used his platform to, bring equality and light to a lot of situations that people were being closed-minded to. And he wasn't celebrated for it. Let's not forget that. We celebrate him now, but during that time, if you check out his book or talk to him, which I've been able to do, people gave him a really hard time. And I think we forget that and that social climate that was going on during that time. So for him to be able to stand above that and be able to speak on his platform and bring a lot of light to situations, we commemorate him. Rest in peace.
Jaylen, Ime was a guy that you guys fought for, advocated for, and built a relationship with over the course of a year, and now that's kind of been ripped away. How difficult is it to process that, deal with that, and how much of a setback is that for you guys, as you try to get to the business of getting back to the finals?
Yeah, like you said, John, it's a lot going on. Some we could control, some we couldn't. So the best we could say is just to move on, I guess. Initial reactions, like you said, I was a little confused. Nobody really has any of the information, so it's kind of difficult to really make a comment on, how things were supposed to go, how the process went, or anything. So the best thing we can do is put our best foot forward.
And I'm sorry, as far as Joe goes, and how tough is it to pivot to a new head coach so suddenly? Do you have a sense of things that might go differently? Do you think that this is going to put you guys behind as you try to prepare for the season?
I'm optimistic. I believe in Joe. Joe believes in me. I've had conversations with him. I don't think he sees a limit on my game, or I think he's coming in excited. So I'm optimistic.
Right-hand side, Bobby, maybe.
Jaylen, over here. Joe talked a lot about trust and that being kind of his emphasis, becoming coach now, building trust with you guys. When you haven't had a lot of information on, what happened here and, the new coach is stepping in, how do you get to a point where there's that level of trust and a level of healing, read from this?
I'm not sure. I think it's going to be something that we got to address as a group, which we've started that process of doing. Like you said, not a lot of information is being shared, so it's a lot of confusion going around, a lot of speculation going around, which makes it difficult on the guys that's been here and the guys that are here now. But I guess what we do is do our jobs, and that's what we're here for. So we try to put our best foot forward and come out there and do what we got to do.
Jaylen, to piggyback on that a little bit, it's understandable why the team wouldn't be providing a lot of the details here,
right,
protecting people's privacy, but without the benefit of details, is it difficult to fully comprehend and support the team's decision?
Ask that question one more time.
Is it difficult without the benefit of details? As you said, there's a lot of confusion. Is it difficult for you as a player to understand and support the team's decision?
I guess in a sense, yeah, like you said, it's not a lot of information that's being shared with me personally or, anybody else that may. So, like, you can't really make a comment on it without having all the information, right? So I think that does make it difficult if you answer your question, yeah.
Jaylen, part of the game, obviously, trade rumors. Your name was involved in trade rumors too. We saw a social media post where you seemed to, right, shaking my head. Have you talked to ownership about those rumors, and have you talked to Brad about those rumors, and what your status is with this team?
Yes and no. I've talked to my teammates. I talked to ownership, the organization, etc. I keep those conversations between us. All I can say is now that I'm here. I'm ready to play basketball. I'm in great shape, probably the best shape of my life. So I'm excited to start the journey. Things haven't gone, to the start that we wanted it to go. But that's life sometimes. So put our best foot forward and do what we got to do.
Just to follow up on that, what was it like for you at that point in time? Because we didn't see the social media post. So what was it like for you at that time when you heard your name?
I don't know how to answer that. I think it's been the same since I've been here. It wasn't surprising or it wasn't not surprising. It didn't make me feel some type of way or whatever. It is what it is. So I talked to my teammates, organization about it, and now I'm just ready to play basketball.
Ken's got a couple more stations. We got a couple more questions. That's it, please. Thank you.
Hey, Jaylen, back here on your left. I know, obviously, there's still lots to figure out, lots to cipher through about the Ime situation. Given that officially it is a season-long suspension, do you think that at the end of that he could come back and coach this team?
Like I said, I don't know. It's a lot of speculation. It's a lot of, questions that everybody has, really, that we don't know, that they probably can't share for privacy reasons. So it'd be unfair for me to comment on that.
Jaylen, over here. How do you, you've mentioned a few times how you guys have to kind of move forward and do your job and kind of focus on that. As one of the leaders of this group, how do you kind of keep the group going forward in that direction when, as you said, there is a lack of information, you're not sure what's going on? You got a new coach 3 days ago. Like, what are the things you do to kind of make sure things are going in the direction you want them to?
A mixture of things, I guess, but it definitely puts your leadership to the test. Not just mine, but all of ours. So we'll see. Obviously, things haven't gone the way we expected, but like I said, that's life. So the best thing you could do is move on.
Got a question, Gary?
Jaylen, Ime came in, still disciplined, you guys, the things to do to get better. Now he slips or whatever he did. How do you temper your disappointment in that and in him, your disappointment in, figures who are trying to tell you how to be better with moving forward, with taking his message and listening to the message and not the messenger? How do you kind of digest all that and try to make the best of the situation?
I'll say it again. We had more details from what we know. It's hard to make a decision based upon whether it's consensual or not in the workplace or whatever's going on, which we've known that's happened before in the workplace, but I guess there's more to it than possibly, which we don't know. I don't know. I don't have all the details. It's not being shared with me. So it's hard to really, comment on something that you are not, you're not filled in with all the details. So I don't really have a feeling or a comment on my emotions about it because I don't have the details.
Thank you, Jaylen.